Okay, so I am not the extreme person here. I am the logical person in this part of the conversation. However, my extreme cohort is finally on the pod, and he's finna let y'all motherfuckers have it.
Man, look.
Feel free, anyone.
I don't give a fuck about my job. I don't care about none of that shit. Most of that shit around me. And listen, as I get older, I get better, right? I'll tell somebody if it's said in a non-malicious manner, I'll tell them, hey, don't say that shit again. Even in the song, do not say that shit in a rap song. I don't give a fuck because I edited this shit out. But if it's done maliciously, there's no words needed. I will fuck his ass up. I don't care about my job. I don't care about doing a couple, you know what I'm saying, a couple months in jail. It is what it is. Fuck that shit. Because at the end of the day, right, you guys stand for something. And I stand for respect, right? And if you feel the need to say that shit and I gotta do time for that, well, guess what? I'm gonna do time for it because that should not be okay. And a person who is standing up for that should not do time for it, right? Like they should say, hey, oh yeah, hell yeah, that shit was racist. You're free to go. But if they say, oh, that was racist, you doing jail time? Fuck it. I accept it. Because that's some bullshit. I ain't got no time for no fucking racist shit. None of that. I'll smack a motherfucker in a second. But if it's done in the manner,
and that's why he's always beside me, so he can smack your head off your fucking shoulders, and I can be okay.
That's it. That's it. Because I tell you right now, man. But if it said it, I've had some white people that I've heard say it where it was they didn't mean it in a from what I observed in a racist manner, and I would say, listen, don't say that shit again. If they question me, why would you say that? Why can't I say it? Then we got a problem. But they say, okay, I respect you, then we're good. But if it's done from a fucking malicious standpoint, I don't care. I do what I got to do. Fuck this job.
You know, if anybody hears you talk for 30 seconds or more, they should know not to say that word in front of you. They should fucking know. Straight up and down.
The problem is people are so comfortable saying it, right? They'll be like, why? What did I do? What the fuck? Are you serious? It's happened. I've had a guy say the N-word around me, right? I'm like, yo, don't say that shit. And he didn't mean anything by it maliciously from what I perceived, right? But he was way too comfortable. Why not? Because I fucking said so. It's my fucking house. The fuck you mean, why not? Some people just way too comfortable. And they deserve that shit. But again, I don't care. Like, I stand over morals over money. I figure money out. I figure that shit out one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, but morals is everything. But the problem is too many people are worried about their paycheck, right? I'd rather go in debt than let someone say something that's morally wrong, right? Than worry about, oh, well, I have to feed this. Nah, fuck that.
So just so y'all are aware, people in the world, when you see me and you decide you want to get a wild hair up your ass, it's not going to be the person standing directly in front of you you're talking to that's going to smack your fucking head off your shoulders. It's going to be him.
And most of the time, I'm the only white person in the group. So just know that you're not going to see me standing there waiting. You say something sideways, it's a wrap. I got my fist balled up in the back waiting for you.
When your head is rolling down your shoulder and your arm like the Harlem fucking Globetrotters, don't say it was me. I didn't do it. Oh shit.
But you know, again, right? Most people are so focused on money over morals, right? And it's like, what do you stand for? Do you stand for a paycheck? Do you stand for a reasoning? Or do you stand for the morals, right? And me, it's like, it is what it is. I don't care. I'll figure it out one day. You know what I'm saying? But see, my thing is too, so many people fuck with me. If I'm in a jam and I do something like that, I ain't worried about nothing because everybody else will look out for me, right? Because I'm a solid motherfucker. Most people don't like. Most people aren't solid, right? So they're like, "Oh, I shouldn't do this." Man, fuck that shit. Are you solid or not? People will look out for you. So
And after
I'm not.
Kev smacks your head off your shoulders, you're probably gonna get packed out. Just want to put that out there.
that's it. Packed out, and we don't care. But see, we don't care.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Look,
I shouldn't be like this. I'm sorry.
Look, I got a whole house, and I will lose the whole thing over morals because I stand for what I stand for. I stand for what I stand for. And anyone who knows me, listen. And I'm gonna tell you a story. I knew this female. She grew up in a white community, right? And she allegedly had an issue with her sister saying something about, or with her sister's boyfriend, who was white, saying the N-word, right? But her white boyfriend at the time said the N-word, and she had no problem with it, right? Anytime I was around white people around her, all she said was, "Uh-oh, Kevin ain't gonna like this shit," right? And that's a problem. There is no fucking reason why you should say, "Oh, this white dude's not gonna like you saying this," versus her, right? But I stand for what I stand for, and it is what it is. But you know what I'm saying?
Just
Too
want
many
y'all to
people
know.
just allow it.
Hey, hashtag with the ER, Kev is going to put hands on you.
Man, listen. Exactly.
Oh shit.
Exactly.
It ain't safe out here.
I don't think nobody else needs to cover anything else. I think that was pretty well said. I think Kev covered all the bases on that one.
Oh,
I have
Oh,
one
man.
issue with everything that Kev said.
Shoot
That part when he claimed he was white.
it. Damn.
Well, and in your defense, right? You know what? I have graduated to a place where I'm not viewed as a race, right? So, funny story. Growing up, my best friend's mom, and I grew up in a black community. My best friend's mom was like, "How come you don't have any white friends? What about Kev?" "Oh yeah, well Kev is just Kev, right?" So I'm not even a race. I'm just Kev. I have got to a
That's a
place where I make
fact.
my name,
I'll
and that's
allow
what
it.
I've made it, right? So in your defense, you're right. Like I'm not even a race. I'm just my name, which was probably my mom's goal. You know what I mean? So I've made
it. Factual information. Kev is Kev. Like there's no
That's
other.
that's
There's no way
facts.
around that.
Yep, that's true.
Kev.
You can't even argue that point. It's the truth.
That just made D's day. I shit you not. That made D's day. I'm not like
That made D's month.
He is fucking ecstatic.
Oh man. Oh.
He good now.
Look, listen, right, listen.
I have
Just in case anybody,
Listen,
just in case anybody is not fully aware of the magnitude of what just happened, right? So prior to the podcast, me, Mookie, and Kev was on the phone with Monster. Monster says, like her roommate said, "Who are you talking to?" She said, "Oh, my dad, Uncle Kev, and Uncle Mookie." So if y'all have any fucking doubts about the seriousness of the situation,
well, it gets more serious though, right? Look, I'm gonna tell you something, right? I met D in 2004. All right. I have changed D's perception on white people. He told me that. He said, "Kev, until you, I didn't fuck with white people. You have changed my perception on white people." D,
so all y'all thank Kev for me giving y'all a chance. Cause it was a no-go before Kev.
See, Kev doesn't quite do that in in my eyes, but what he does is he gives me hope for white people. So with that being said, I like to think of Kev as the great white hope.
But you just said Kev's not white, so he can't be the great white hope. Pick a side.
That's the point.
I'm on the side of whatever the fuck is funny. And I hate that y'all purposely don't laugh at my shit, B. I know that's what you're doing.
No, you know what? It wasn't that we purposely didn't laugh. It just
wasn't.
It wasn't funny.
It didn't hit.
It wasn't funny.
It didn't. It wasn't. Oh, it was a good joke.
You know what?
It didn't hit.
Well, it would be funny if I spoke for white people. The problem is white people hate me, right? So, and I say this, right? Like I say this. I was standing in a Starbucks in Jacksonville, right? I was in the Marine Corps. It was me and it was 3 black people. They didn't say nothing to anybody else but me. And all they called me was the N-word lover, right? So that's the whole thing, is like they'll attack me to try to, to attack black people. And that's the crazy part, right? So even white people were like, nah, I'm not their hope because they don't fuck with me. Right? Like I'm the enemy. Think about it. I've been attacked for being a N-word lover, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, hell nah. They don't fuck with me. They can't relate to me because I didn't grow up around them.
There's gonna be some feelings on this motherfucker. I can't wait for the feedback.
Anyway, we need to move on. We need to move on.
Oh shit. Is anybody prepared fully? No, it's not the last thing, right? So there's technically 2. Well, technically there's 3, but however, one I was told we shouldn't discuss. That don't mean I'm not gonna bring it up. It just means we probably not gonna discuss it.
Wait, where will we not go? Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you got it.
Well, now I want to know. Don't tell me.
I'm intrigued now.
Now I want to discuss it because you were told not to, and you're listening.
Well, no. Listen. I said I'm bringing it up. We may not discuss it. I can't forcibly make people discuss something. That's not possible. However, the topic will be broached. You better believe that shit. Is anyone here prepared to talk about the Caucacity? You know what, Mookie? Yes, we are. I don't know. I didn't send this to everybody. Okay, dig the move. You're in the grocery store. You're in the produce section.
Oh man, please, Jesus, wait, hold on, wait. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
You're in the grocery store. You're in the produce section. You bag up some individual lemons. The bag rips. You go pull another bag off the roll, put the lemons in the bag, and then the white manager comes, grabs your cart, physically stops you, and says that you're changing the wrapper and you're trying to steal stuff and you're no longer invited to shop in the store.
I want y'all to really hear what the fuck he just said. Because I don't think, like, y'all didn't see, because this is what he told me. And it physically fucked with me because I was trying to understand what he was saying. Now, they were still in the store actively shopping. There is not a person up here that has never, y'all know them little cheap ass plastic bags that they have for lettuce and fruits and vegetables and shit. Y'all put those things in. There's not been a time when them motherfuckers ain't ripped. These people go back to get another bag to put their lemons, or whatever the fuck they bought, and were accosted by the manager saying that they were stealing while they were actively still shopping. Actively still shopping. Man, oh my God. When you're black, you are never alone because there's always a white person in your business. These motherfuckers couldn't even shop in fucking peace. I am so tired. I've never prayed for something so much as for some shit like that to happen to me, because you talk about motherfuckers won't be on this podcast no more. I will not be on this podcast because I'll be in jail. If y'all have not seen that video, I feel like that's all y'all doing right. I feel like all y'all are looking up this video right now because nobody's saying that. This shit pissed me off to a point to where I didn't even know how to function no more. You can't even
no,
you can't even
I'm
stop
not
it.
looking it up, but I will right now.
You
The
can't
only
even
thing I do
shop.
is I double back it
We
anyway.
can't even shop in peace. Like,
But if it was me, it wouldn't happen to me because I'm white. I probably get away with that shit, right?
it's
But
so crazy. It's
I
like,
wish it would. I wish it would.
me-
I'm gonna start going single back in it. Matter of fact, I'm ripping this shit on purpose. I want
I
to see
want
what
to
happens.
go to a store now and I want
I
to
wanna
do
try
that
it.
shit.
I want to try it.
It's
Did
so-
y'all see? Okay, look, did y'all see the one where the dude is in the parking lot with his wife and his kids and the baby stroller, and the cops got the receipt, but the cops are
my-
verifying all of the groceries on the receipt?
Oh my God. That was in Walmart. Walmart. Oh my God. These motherfuckers, you
Hey,
can't.
They fucked up with self checkout because I'll tell you right now.
No, they didn't go to self checkout.
He didn't even-
No.
They rung him up.
They went through the actual aisle.
They rung him up.
Oh,
Waited until he got outside, called the cops, and said he's. Oh,
Eh, look, the cops are looking through the baby stroller. They're looking through everything.
Oh my God.
these pasty snow roaches called the cops after they had got outside in front, and it was like what, 4 or 5 cops, 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
For what? For fucking what?
Welcome to America.
Are
That's
you
just crazy.
fucking kidding me?
No feedback. Everybody's in shock. Okay, last one. I got one more. The Caucacity.
Well, hold
right?
on. I'm still in shock, but hold on. Wait. No, that's not
It's
okay.
more.
I'm rolling.
It's so much.
I'm rolling, right? Listen, so
Well, you can roll for one.
the fight between the black kid who's like 14 and the 16-year-old in the mall, and the cops
Shit.
handcuff the black kid and pat the white kid on the shoulder to make sure he's okay.
That was some bullshit. The white boy was on top of the black boy. The black boy was getting beat up. How the fuck you arrest him? And he got beat up. He on the ground. He laid
The
out.
white kid was older too. The white kid was significantly older.
And
You
bigger.
gave him a comfortable place to sit while you had your fucking knee. Oh,
So here's my problem. I haven't seen it, right? My thing is, and this is the problem. My question is, where was it at? Don't answer it, but that's the problem, right? We think about this stuff like, well, where did it happen at? And it's like, oh, happened somewhere down south. Oh, okay, right? It happened in an area that's acceptable, quote unquote, right? But that's the first question people ask is, where was it at? And that shouldn't fucking matter,
Oh,
right? Like,
okay,
think
I'm
about
done with the Caucacity. Mookie, come back. We don't want to see Bruno.
where did it happen at?
We don't talk
That's
about
crazy.
Bruno.
Nah, listen. That shit is crazy. So my question really is, where was this at? The problem is I'm asking that question, but I'm guaranteeing you somewhere that it should be at.
Oh, I don't.
I don't even remember where. Like literally, I really don't remember where.
That's a
it
problem,
was.
right?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, well, this, hey, he was winning and he did this and this and this. They was on him. Man, fuck that shit.
I don't know. I don't like. How do you as a mall cop, officer, whatever the fuck position you hold, how do you see 2 motherfuckers fighting and only fuck with one of them?
You really want to answer, or is that just a rhetorical
It's
question?
a rhetorical question because I already know
Okay.
what it was.
Okay.
It boggles my fucking mind.
Because people
And then
allow this
people-
shit. I don't care, rhetorical or not. People allow it. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's what
Because
I'm
they're like,
saying.
oh,
And
well,
people-
it's not me. It's okay. I don't give a
people
fuck.
look
I'm
at
answering
this
that
kind
shit.
of shit and they're like, oh, well, and you instantly start making fucking excuses. There are no excuses. There are none. And just like Kev said, motherfuckers be like, oh, it's not me. So no, it's people who look like you. That's the problem.
That's
That
a
is
problem.
the fucking end all be all of it.
No one asked
Just
the right
because it
question.
wasn't you today doesn't mean it won't be you another day.
I'll give you a good example, right? I'll give you a good example. Antonio Brown, the wide receiver, formerly known as a Pittsburgh Steeler. I'm sorry, D. But listen, he is a troublemaker, right? He as an individual. But anytime he does something because people look at him a certain way, right? They won't question anything else, but oh yeah, well, he fucked up, right? That's just one person. Now take that by a whole race. Oh, well, that's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? And people just don't want to ask the right question. They
Oh,
just
that
assume.
phrase just always pisses me off.
But that's how people do
I
it.
want y'all to know I'm crying right now. I have whole tears in my eyes, and this shit
But that's
is
some real shit,
hilarious.
right?
And by the
That's some
way,
real
it
shit.
happened in New Jersey.
That's some real shit. They'll be like, oh, well, this is, instead of saying this is one person, this is the whole race. And this is how that race is because I was taught that way, right? That's what it is.
Whew.
Antonio Brown, we've seen it. But no one said, says, hey, why did he do this? Because he has done himself as an individual a certain kind of way. Which, okay, that's fine. That's one person. But they'll take that across the entire race. And that's what's so fucked up about it. They will multiply that shit and say, well, this is what, no, it's not. Ask the right questions, but no one does. They just say, you know what? It ain't me. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Just need you to know that the FBI is coming for you for telling too much truth in the world.
That's all right. They've been coming for a long time. They ain't found me yet. And they got my address. They can pull it if they want to.
All right. So we're done with the caucasity for this week. So
are we ever really done with it though? Are we ever really done with
No,
it?
we're not.
That's why I said for this week. At this point, it's just going to be a segment.
And this is why I'm always busy, D. This is why I'm so busy all the time.
So how about the dad whose order got fucked up at the McDonald's? The police come, grab him up, arrest him, and he tell the 4-year-old to bust at the police. Comments? Nobody
Well,
got nothing to say.
That's pretty gangster, right? I would
say.
say, hey, don't do that. But I just gave your daughter advice, and Mookie probably didn't agree with that shit either. So, I mean,
Look,
I
in
mean,
a rare moment, I am not going to disagree with what was done. I'm not gonna say I'm just not gonna speak on that particular topic.
Well, I just know that shit was wild. Look, that was wild
well,
as fuck.
I will.
He told little dude to shoot at the police, and little dude grabbed the strap in the car and let one off. The cop, I guess the cop got burnt from he didn't get hit, he got burnt from the barrel flash because they were standing next to the car. But that shit is crazy.
Well, that's weird because he doesn't understand the potential damage he could cause a 4-year-old mentally just from doing that, right? Like that shit is crazy because you don't understand what you're doing as a parent sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, yo, that shit is not okay.
Yeah. So no one else got it. So I want y'all to know, right? We're gonna shoot the shit until the time run out. But my last topic, right? The man who ran over the lady so he can have sex with her dead body.
Oh God. Do we really have to talk about this shit? This is disgusting.
I never heard about this, but that's crazy and that's weird. He can go to the morgue for that, and that's still weird. But nah, what the fuck? He did what?
You just like to watch the world burn, don't you?
I do.
I feel like that's accurate.
Not to judge. my own kind, but that's
So-
my stupid shit. That's
so-
just weird.
So as I stated, I was going to broach the topic, but we were not going to discuss it because I can't force y'all to talk about it.
He is white. That's crazy. Listen, man, listen. I don't know that. I don't know that shit. That shit's crazy. I can't even.
Man,
People like, Kev, you white. No, hell no, I'm not. Hell no. I seen this article. Nope. Because I already knew who it was, and that's crazy. Nope. That's nasty.
that's up there with the cupcakes. That's gross.
Man, I don't know what the cupcakes are, but I don't think it could be worse than this. I don't think it could be worse than this
Oh
shit.
no, the cupcakes are worse.
Wait, is that the motherfucking teacher? That motherfucking teacher bitch?
Yeah.
Whose husband? Never mind. I don't even want to talk about it now. Hell no. That's nasty as hell. I'm just saying, if that's his thing, right, which it shouldn't be, maybe he should work in the morgue. He can have all the motherfucking shit he wants. That's nasty as hell. Nah, hell no.
Did y'all hear about? And this ain't recent news. I think this happened like last year, in the middle of last year. The chick who was fucking the dead bodies and got pregnant by she worked in the morgue.
Yeah, I saw that.
I never
That's
saw that.
weird. I've never been dead before and been aware of it. But if I'm dead, I don't think my dick works. How's she fucking? Never mind. I don't even want to know.
Oh no,
Don't answer my
Rigor mortis has set in. All of your body is stiff, and you still have body fluids. So she was able to get dude shit to ejaculate in her. And when they took a DNA test, she was impregnated by a Mookie.
Listen, I don't know nothing about that. That doesn't make no sense to me. But she apparently was more. That shit's weird. I don't know if she's. I don't know what her goal was, but she ain't getting no child support. She done fucked up.
Come back, Mook.
Oh,
Okay, we're done.
Kev,
We
did
don't
you
talk
just say
about
something about
Bruno.
child support? Really?
We don't talk about Bruno. Come on, Mookie. You can come back now. I'm off of it. I'm off the necrophilia thing.
That shit is weird. That shit made no sense to me.
That's how the fuck do you get to the point where you realize you're into that? Like, where does it start? I mean, not really, but how do you get into that?
I mean, let's keep it a buck. The most popular selling device last year was the Rose, and that's an inanimate object. And Broads was fucking the shit out of that thing, making whole videos talking about they going out on dates with that fucking thing. So it ain't that goddamn far of a stretch.
but it's batteries.
That
You know
is
what I'm saying?
a
Not
big
body.
fucking stretch from a fucking dead body.
The thing is,
Is it?
people
Yes.
people get lonely. They understand what they're working with, and they say, "Oh, this happens, then I'm gonna try this." I'm assuming, right? It's weird. I don't know why
Who
they
gets
would do
that
that.
lonely?
Well, I'm assuming if she works around dead people, she's not good with alive people. I don't know. That shit's weird.
This shit is just out of control. Can we please move on to another subject? This is absolutely
Oh.
disgusting and not worth it.
Feel free, move along. Everybody move along to any subject anyone wants to discuss. We have, I think we got what, 10 good minutes left?
Probably.
Okay, well,
gotta be more than 10
earlier
minutes.
this week, Juwan Howard got suspended. Did y'all see that?
And not fired. Hell yeah. Hey, D, I told you about that shit. Hell yeah. He done slapped
That's
a white
fucked up.
coach and didn't get fired. He won. Fuck that.
Oh,
Now we
Lord.
got 10 minutes.
That was great. He won. That was magical. Thank you.
That was it.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have fucking nightmares now.
But go ahead, Ari.
That's okay.
Go ahead, Ari. Go ahead.
No, that was it.
That was it?
Basically, the
Yeah.
coach instigated it. He started that shit, and then Juwan Howard, like Kev said, was fired. That's
No. He was suspended.
No, he didn't get
wasn't
fired. He got suspended.
He won because he wasn't fired. He was suspended for, I think, 6 games, which is
I
just
thought
the
the
regular
rest of the
season. He's good for the playoffs, right? But
Okay.
or for the tournament, right? But I mean, he wasn't fired. He won because everyone was worried. Like, wait a second, I hope we don't get fired. Hey, listen, that motherfucker, look, he fucking slapped his ass. That shit was great. Should been talking shit.
And he shouldn't have grabbed him.
Oh, shit.
So what happened to the other coach? I didn't see if anything happened to him.
He got
His face
suspended
swole up.
for, I think, 2
I'm
games.
sorry.
I think for 2 games.
Say that again?
That one was good.
I think he got suspended for 2 games. So the problem was, right, and this was the problem, right? So the head coach who had initially like said something to him and touched him, right? Juwan Howard didn't hit him. He hit the assistant coach, right? So the head coach got 2 games, and I think Juwan Howard got 6 games. So he hit the wrong dude.
Well, this just gets better.
But again, he didn't get fired, and no one thought he should have. The problem was everyone was worried that he would have. Think about that shit. Everyone was like, I hope he doesn't get fired. And luckily he didn't, but that was a concern, and that's a problem.
It is a problem.
I saw that shit going differently. Ugh. Oh, shit.
What in the hell?
I don't
Are
wanna
you
hear
really
your
yawning?
sleepy bullshit.
Pookie, cut that shit out.
Agreed.
This took a lot out of you, Mook.
That's
Yeah.
not gangster.
There's a lot of what? Being tired is not gangster?
He never
No,
said what was in that
no.
cup though.
What?
Facts.
He really didn't.
Facts.
Wait,
What's in that cup?
What?
NyQuil.
Oh, y'all wanted to know what was in my cup. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all thought
No
I was
comment?
there, y'all were weird.
It
Go
still
away.
ain't. You still ain't said
Go
nothing.
away.
What's in your
We're
cup?
still
Mookie?
waiting.
Go away. Go away.
Well, look, if I say am I Mookie, what you got in yours?
No.
You never know. It could lead to a sponsorship.
I doubt it. Ain't nobody finna sponsor us.
You
Nobody.
You know what says that? People with no confidence. Mookie has some
Exactly.
confidence.
Exactly.
Did y'all wait? Do y'all hear what y'all talk about when y'all talk on this podcast, or do y'all just
Y'all,
imagine y'all say other
motherfucker, you're
shit?
on here.
I know,
Okay.
and hence why I said we're not gonna get no sponsorship.
Okay, well, guess what, Mookie? I get a job all the time, and I say who the fuck I am all the time. I don't care about that shit. I am who I am. I don't be like, oh, what's up, guys? Nah, hey, what's up? Y'all have a great time with me. Hire me, please. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all want some fun? Hire me, please. Otherwise, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Own it. What's in your cup,
I want-
Mookie? Unless it's lean, I don't want to know. I mean, I know you in Texas. I don't want to know that.
Well, there's nothing in my cup now because it's empty.
It's not empty. It's just waiting for a refill. Damn pessimism.
Valid.
I want y'all all to know that DJ Jazzy Jeff said that the new Bel Air is his favorite show ever.
No.
Yo, Bel Air is dope. I can't wait for the new one to come out tomorrow.
I haven't watched it.
What?
Get your life
I
together.
know.
Get your life right.
I don't think you do know. You can't watch it yet. Watch it and
What
come
we
back and
talking
tell us what you know. Because that shit is dope.
What are we talking about?
Bel Air.
Bel
The
Air.
Fresh Prince. What you mean? Mookie, did you watch it yet?
Yeah, I watched it.
Did,
I'm caught
no,
up.
okay.
I'm caught up.
Then you can have an opinion. I have no opinion because I have not watched it.
I mean, it's all right.
Mookie will never admit if it's good or not because me and D told him it was good. He will never tell us the truth. Listen,
You know what? And I said this shit too, and I told both of y'all. I said regardless of whether I enjoy the show or not enjoy the show, I will die on my heel of that I hate.
That's it. That's it. So don't listen to Mookie while we're around. Talk to him in private or something because I think it's really good, right? I think it's really good. Right? The problem with people is they're like, oh, it's a remake. I'm gonna hate it. the thing is, like, it's not a comedy, it's a drama. But I think it's really good. And D made a valid point. D said it is now what it should have been back then. And I think that's a valid point. Tell him, D.
Bingo.
No.
Cause ain't no simple motherfucker like that finna have no fucking all kumbaya experience or with the jokey jokes and the dancing Carlton and the ditzy ass older cousin to live in the beach house and all that shit. That ain't happening. So it's the shit now.
I will say, like real shit, whoever is going, if you're gonna watch the show, do not go in it with the preconceived notion of the old show. You're gonna fucking fail.
Or start rewatching it as an adult, right? Because I did. And I was like, man, this isn't as good as it was when I was a kid. As a child, right? Because I was born in 85. As a kid, I grew up with that. That was my era, right? It was cool. But now I'm like, this ain't it. But this new one is really on point. I like how they're doing it, and I love the show. And I'm glad that they have at least 2 seasons in them already signed for. I'm hoping we can get 3 out of them because it's really good.
Ladies and gentlemen, our aficionado on all things black, Kev.
I don't think, you know what, real shit, I don't think they're going to get no more than maybe 5.
No, just 3. It serves no purpose after he goes to college.
But see, it depends on how long they keep him in this era.
How old is he? How old is he when he got there?
Sophomore.
Like,
okay.
Sophomore in high school.
Well, I think they may be able to do a college year, but how they're writing it right now, they're writing it for 2 seasons, right? So it's what can they do after that? Because I watched the thing today where Will Smith said that, hey, they have it signed for 2 seasons. So it's at least hit up for 2 seasons, but how can they branch off from that? How can they transfer it over? And that's going to be the challenge is, can they write it for 3 seasons in high school plus college? I don't know.
And that's where your problem is going to lie in at when you're doing shows like this, is that like eventually you're going to run out of shit. That's why I say like 5 at the most. Like you may be able to stretch it out to 5. But after that, not even the college or sophomore, like you're going to run out of shit. Like people are going to be like, oh, I've seen this. Your rating's going to drop because it's just what it is. Because you can only hold a show like that for so long before motherfuckers be like, oh shit, I done seen this. This done happened before. I'm tired of it.
I think that there's a misconception there that they have to do 1 season as 1 school year. They don't have to do that. Like they can stop it and do it like 1 semester. So they could definitely stretch that to 6 seasons.
Well, here's the problem, right? The problem is that they settled. So they said, we're going to do 2 seasons, right? So they sold themselves short by saying we're going to do this much, which shows their lack of faith in it. So once you get to the 2nd season, how can you branch that off to doing something for longer? And that's the problem. If they would have said, hey, you know what, we're going to do 5, 6 seasons, then okay, maybe. But they said we're going to do 2 seasons. So then it's going to be very difficult to branch off. And that's the issue, right? And I say this with, thank you for D's knowledge. I've watched a bunch of TV series where they were off of books. I don't know. I don't read books, but they were great. But the final seasons, I was like, man, this shit is trash. And D's like, oh yeah, because that was off a book, and that season wasn't in the book, right? So they have prepared themselves to do this much, but because they